So I'm going to talk about my 5-year review in Denver. Like, I can't believe it's been 5 years that I have lived in Denver. And I'm not going to talk about real estate stuff about it in this video, but I'm just going to just talk about my life experience and things I have experienced in Denver. And moving to Denver, I moved in Denver here in about August of 2019. When I moved from Denver, I lived in Chicago. I'm a Chicago native, lived in Chicago most of my life. And when I moved to Denver, Denver was something different. Like, I moved out here to explore what Denver or Colorado has to offer. And moving to Denver, it was just a different scene. Just like I came out here just knowing anyone, just wanted something different for me to explore, to see what's out there. And moving in Denver, you have to understand, just like, it's not like a big city like Chicago where it's very like diverse culture and lots of things to do. Like, when people move to Denver, they want to move to Denver for outdoor activities, explore different things, skiing, hiking, biking, so many outdoor activities what Denver has to offer. And since Denver is a growing city and me being here for about 5 years, things have changed. I've seen lots of growth, lots of construction everywhere, and it's just something that you have to explore if you are thinking to move to Denver, relocate to Denver. It has lots of potential and lots of things for you to do if you're a person who like nature, like outdoor activities. And as I said, being here for 5 years for Denver, like, I can't believe. And this video, I'm going to talk about like some pros and cons, things I've learned about Denver, what's happening, food scenery, community, schools, everything. Because if you're a person or an offense deciding to move to Denver, or this is a place for you, stay tuned and watch this video. So first, I'm going to talk about the Denver weather. And if you love sunlight, Denver is a place to be, because Denver has 300 days of sunlight. That's what they say. And it's very sunny. It's like when you get up in the morning and you're out, that sun could blind you. So it's very important to have sunglasses, drink lots of water, wear sunblock, because it's called a mile high city. So we're a mile up elevation to the sun. And the sun is just so very strong than other places I've lived when you're in sea level. So the weather in Denver is very nice. It's a cool thing about Denver, like I love about the weather, is like you have spring, you have summer, you have fall, and you have winter. And as I said, when I moved out to Denver, I remember that first year living in Denver, I remember it snowed. And the funny part about it is, like, me being from Chicago, is just weird because we never had that many snow days. But Denver, like, when it snows, like, they have snow days. And when I was my first year living here, they did have a snow day, and people just no work, no school, which was interesting. But the cool thing about Denver's winter is very mild compared if you are from like the Midwest or from like Canada, different province, because when it snows in Denver, while the sun is out, the snow melts very fast. Like, me being from Chicago, as I said, the snow, when it snows, it lasts forever. But in Denver, as I said, us being a mile high city, when it snows, it just melts really quick. So that's the cool thing about the weather. So the winter weather is very mild, but the weather out here in Denver is very nice. As I said, like, they have all 4 seasons. And if you're a person who likes all 4 seasons, like, this is a place for you to live. And as I said, if you are a person who never lived in cold season, like, don't worry. The climate is very mild when in winter. It doesn't get very cold, like super negative, like some places in the world. So that's my, thought about Denver weather. So Denver's community. So I live in a town area, it's called Platt Park, which is located in Denver. And Denver, as I said, it's not a big city like other cities, but Platt Park, very friendly neighborhood. And I have a grocery store across the street called Sprouts. I have a park not too far away. South Pearl has a bunch of restaurants. They have the farmers market from like May to November. Then from Platt Park, if you walk a little bit more, then you Washington Park. So Washington Park is next to Platt Park. And if you move out here, come over like over 25, you see 25 goes south and north, but there's a Whole Foods over there. Then you got the Washington Park, which is a very, very big park. And people play volleyball, soccer, and lots of activities. It's a good park to go hiking. Hiking, like walk around the trail. You play tennis and you play lots of activities. And Washington Park, which is a street which is called Gaylord, has a bunch of restaurants too for you to eat and dine and go to bars and have a good time. Then by Wash Park, if you go a little bit north from Wash Park, you go into Cherry Creek, Glendale, Cherry Creek area. And Cherry Creek, shopping centers, and for you to shop, more restaurants. So Cherry Creek, Wash Park, Platt Park, Glendale is like central of the Denver area. And these are the places that people like to live because there's so much things happening in that area. And for schools, like you have Cherry Creek school districts. For kids, some of the schools you have to be like on a waiting list or a point system for you to get into school, and it just, as I said, I don't have any kids, but like it's so many different steps for you to get into school. But like the Cherry Creek, Wash Park, Platt Park, Glendale, like these are areas that people like to live because it's so centralized in the Denver area, and there's a bunch of things to do in the area. And so like the cons about those neighborhoods is like, the crazy part is that some of the homes you've seen are very, very old. Most of the homes were built in the early 1900s. And you could tell that there's a lot of constructions and people are taking kind of like the unique culture of Denver because they're like tearing it down and building these new duplexes or big single family homes. And if you're a person who likes like the nice old antique homes of Denver, like yes, there's still some of these homes in the neighborhood, but some of them are again tear down and building new homes. Another thing that about these different neighborhoods that I mentioned is that it's not very like diverse, because I know like if you live in a bigger city, like as I said, like I'm from Chicago, you have different neighborhoods that are very diverse. Like in the Denver area, like the Platt Park, Wash Park, Glendale, Cherry Creek, you don't have those type of neighborhoods in the Denver area that's very diverse with the culture and stuff. And that's something that I'm hoping in the future that we get more diversity. So Denver, since I moved from Denver and since now, within the 5 years, is lots of development and things has been happening. So when I first moved here, you could see that there were like a bunch of cranes, like everywhere. Like I see probably like 10 to 15. Yes, there's still cranes, but not as much because they are building so many like high rises for rentals for people to move in because Denver is just growing so fast. And during like the pandemic, you could see lots of people like moving from like California to Denver, from the Midwest, like lots of Chicagoans to Denver or other states. And you could tell that they're just building so much like rental, and the housing areas well too. Like they're building more homes as well outside like the Aurora area where like DIA, Denver International Airport is. And like the place, like for example, like the Rhino or Five Points, like when I moved here, it was not developed as much, but now it's starting to develop more because, as I said, they're building more things and more restaurants. When you build restaurants and you start building a community, like housing and more opportunities for people to live and more job opportunities. And as I said, it's crazy. Like I love how things like over years gets better and better because they start to like add things. They start to like put things in different neighborhoods for the community. And as I said, Denver, as I said, they have a lot more that they need to do. But I can't imagine another 5, 10, 15 years what Denver's going to be like. I feel like Denver, like it's going to be like a big city, not bigger like, let's say like Chicago or New York or like LA, but like I feel like it's starting to, or like Houston is another big city, but I feel like it's starting to get big because the amount of infrastructure, amount of money that people are pouring in there, and people all over the world are just investing so much money because to see what Denver has to offer. And I think the only thing that, as I said, I don't like about Denver is like they don't have great public transportation like they do like in bigger cities, because I know they do have a train, the RTD. It just runs from north to south, and you could take the train. For example, I live in the Platt Park community, and you could take that to Union Station, and you could jump on another train at Union Station and go to like DIA. But like people take public transportation, so that's something that I hope in the future that Denver could work on. But the whole development aspect things, it's good though. As I said, like I love when you go into cities and you see things that it starts to get developed over and over here. And I know I've talked to people who have lived for Denver for all their life, and they're natives, and they tell me like, wow, it's like this city has grown a lot. But the 5 years that have been in Denver, I've seen lots and lots of growth in the city. So being 5 years here in Denver, like outdoor activities. Yes, I'm guilty. I'm going to say that I have not skied or snowboard yet. I don't know why, but I haven't. I know I need to get up there, but I'm more of a golfer, which I'm still trying to get good. I'm not good at it yet, but there's lots of beautiful golf courses in the Denver area, and there are some golf courses out there that some PGA golfers have designed as well too. So I'm trying to, practice my golf game, but I'm not the best. But for outdoor activities, the 5 years I've been here, like I've been to a bunch of hikes in Denver, Boulder. I've done a 14er. Haven't done any more 14ers. I might probably do one or two, but like 14ers, it's a lot of work. Like you need to get up very early in the morning and try to get your hike done before noon, because I know during the summer, because when because of elevation, if you wait like a little bit closer, because in the afternoon around like between 1 to 3, you can see clouds and it starts to storm, and you don't want to get stuck in the mountains when it's lightning or it's pouring rain. So that's why people go super early to do the 14ers. Let's see. The cool thing I like about Denver is that I love that they have the stadiums together. Like you have Mile High Stadium, or they call it Empire, whatever, Empire Power Field. Then you have Bar Arena, and which I like Pepsi Center, and you have the Coors Field, and they're all like 1 mile away. They're all like in the downtown Denver area, which is pretty cool though, because you could, like, for example, right now we're in August right now, and August and about to be September, and let's say for example football's about to start, and you could catch a baseball game. If let's say the baseball game was earlier in the day, and catch a football game the same day. Or sometimes I know when football's going on and basketball starts, and you can watch football and basketball in the same day. So that's the cool thing about that. Another cool thing about people who love the mountains is that, let's say for example, you wanted to get a quick ski early in the morning, and you could come down and play rounds of golf in the same day, which is pretty cool, because the mountains from here, or ski resort, is about an hour and a half away, and you could do that. So with outdoor activities, which is cool, Denver, there's so many endless outdoor activities, and that's, I think, a big positive about Denver is that the outdoor activities are unlimited. There's so much things to do. Like I said, like I've done some, but it's impossible to probably do all of them. And The cons about it is, as I said, is like I can't think about really anything bad is about the outdoor activities at all in Denver because it's just so much. As I said, hiking trails, biking, kayaking, skiing, golfing, they're all amazing. So if you're a person who's, like I said, love outdoor activities, Denver's a place for you. All right, cost of living in Denver since the 5 years I've been here. So before I moved here, the cost of living in Denver wasn't that much. Like the average single family price I remember I was talking to someone was about $450. Then pandemic happened and people were spending lots of cash. A lot of Californians were coming into Denver and just shot up the cost of living for a price of home, which is about like $780. So from like $450 to $780, about 2 or 3 years. It's a lot of homes. Average, most of the homes have at least like 200,000 plus of equity. So it's just crazy how the cost of living is in Denver. Also, though, as I said, food prices are expensive because I remember going to grocery store and I was about to get some like cheese. It was like $10 for some like cheese. Like, wow, for a bag of cheese, it's like, this is ridiculous. But I feel like prices have started to come down for the food or the produce. But like things are just like not cheap. Like, and I read or I saw that for a person to live comfortable in Denver, like for a single person, they said they need like a average salary about between 90 to 120 to live comfortably in Denver. And I know back then it wasn't that. And as I talked to a lot of natives and people who live in the Colorado area, like they're just not happy because when the pandemic happened and people who had cash literally changed the whole Denver market for housing. And let's say a person who got money, instead of them buying one, they could buy two because of the amount of money they have. So cost of living in Denver is getting very, very pricey. I say within the 5 years I've lived here, and it's not going to slow down. Like I feel like prices for homes are still going to go up, rent's still going to go up, and also I feel like lots of people are moving in the Denver area, and everything is starting to go up. Like really don't want to say this, but I feel like Denver in the future might be the new, or example, Colorado might be kind of like the new California, because I feel like lots of Californians, what they're doing, are moving from Cali because of the high taxes, and they're moving into Colorado because the taxes are not high as in California. And what's going to happen is that, as I said, home prices are going to go up, everything's going to go up, everything's going to be more and more expensive. And the con is like, I don't like about this is like I feel sorry, I feel bad for people who've been here for a long time, or people who are not used of this change. But like sooner or later, I feel like someone was going to know about coming into Denver to live out here, just because like in different states and stuff, when someone finds a place that's hot and they're going to tell their friends and family, it's going to continue to grow. And this Denver, Colorado area, the state is just growing because they are just building, jobs are coming out here, and as I said, cost of living, it's not cheap. So those are my thoughts about the cost of living in the Denver area. My 5 years in Denver. So another thing I want to talk about, like let's say if you were moving to the Denver area and you don't know anyone out here, and Denver, as I said, it's kind of like a different like breed, because as I said, me being from the Midwest and being there for a long time, I developed a community and met friends, and people were like, we're just easy to make friends, like down to earth. Like Denver, as I said, people are cool, but like I feel like they are kind of like reserved. Like I feel like they're not sociable, depending where there are, transplants dependent. Because I'm a sociable, approachable person. I like to talk to people. I'm a people person. I've done sales. I've worked in hospitality. I just love talking to people. I love being around people. But there's some people out there who just like, they're kind of, shy, kind of reserved to yourself, So back to my story, making friends. I said, like, I lived in this building in Platt Park, the Henry, since I moved there. Still live here, and it's been an experience. It's like I'm grateful, and I thank God that I'm a very sociable person. But I met some very, very good people, built a good community, get out there, talk to people, and just like network. Because as I said, I have my friends and family in Chicago and other places in the U.S. But for Denver, like, I had to just get out there and put myself out there and just meet people and connect with people and just build my circle of friends. So if you're a person who's an introvert and is moving to the city, relocating, and if you are not a sociable person, it's going to be kind of hard for you to make friends because people are not really going to come to you, But as I said, if you're a very sociable person and you like to talk, like to meet people, it will be a lot easier to make friends as well too. And I'm gonna throw this out there. I've heard, dating, in Denver is very, very tough. And I think the reason why people say that because I feel like people kind of have like, what's the word? Like hobbies. Like if you're a person, you ski, but you're not a skier. And some skier might want to date someone who skis. Or if you're a hiker, you're not a hiker. Some person might want to date someone who you're hiking. It's very, very interesting. That's what I heard. Heard the dating scene in Denver is, as I said, I don't know. To be continue. We'll see. I hope it gets better. As I said, and yeah, that's all I could say right now. All right, I'm going to talk about the Denver food scene. I'm a big, big foodie. I love food. I love eating food. But Denver food scene is, me being from the Midwest, from Chicago, is not the same. Because I think the reason why, because of diversity. It's like they don't have enough of diversity in culture to have those different neighborhoods, like me being from Chicago, like they had like food. Like you go in these like neighborhoods, so it's like Chicago, like for example, like they have like Little Italy, they have Chinatown, whatever, and you go in these like little pockets and you could go to like the best, restaurant in that town or the best Polish food or Italian or whatever. Like Denver doesn't have like that community and diversity and culture like Chicago does. But as I said, me being a foodie, and I'm grateful for one of my friends who's been out here longer than me. We are both from Chicago and we love food, and I'm grateful for him for telling me like, hey, Deepo, you need to check out these spots. And there's some spots that I checked out, and yeah, I'll list some for you because if you're a person who's coming from a place that loves food, you should check out this restaurant and let me know what your thoughts. So as I said, I live in the Platt Park area, and I'm gonna list the restaurants where I live in the area, and I'm gonna talk about the restaurants that have other cities. Like for example, if you love Mexican food, there's this place called Adelita's. It's been there. It's off of South Broadway. It's been there for a while, and they have the bomb diggity Mexican food. So if you are a person who loves Mexican food, check out Adelita's, and it is fire. Another place that I like, which is pretty cool, across the street from there, it's a pizza place. It's called Joy Hill Pizza. They have the best frosés, but the pizza's good. Their appetizer, the pizza rolls is bomb too. Another good pizza place too is in the Highlands. It's called Blue Pan Pizza. It's a Detroit style pizza, and that's fire as well too. So you can check out that place. All right, what else? We're going to the Lower Highlands area. There's this place called L5, which is pretty cool, like Mediterranean. You take an elevator up and you can see the the skyline views of Denver, which is cool. So L5 is pretty dope. But also they do have what's it called? For reservations, you might have to book for a while to go there. What else? What else is good? Food wise. Another place that I like is called Tavernetta. It's by the Union Station. It is 5-star, got Michelin restaurant, and it's Italian food, and it's fire. And that's another place. Also around that area, in the downtown area, is called Garden Grace. Woo! Man, if you love steak, you love food, you have to check out Garden Grace. That's a good steakhouse. It's probably the best place. What else is another good place I could tell you guys? Let's see. That's all I can think of my head right now for restaurant rides. As I said, I hope to see more pop up in the future in Denver, so I can list some more food. But as I said, I'm a big foodie and I love good food, good restaurant, because I can eat all day and every day. So these are the restaurants that I like personally, that I like, and if you personally want to check them out as well too. So Denver's culture. All right, let's see. So me being here for 5 years, Denver are big in these two things that I've noticed from people who lived here longer than me, have told me these are the two things that Denver is very, very big for the culture. Like, they're very big in arts. So if you go to like Rhino or Five Points and areas like that, or the art museum, you'll see like people are very, very creative for arts. I know in Santa Fe, they have First Fridays and people will showcase their art, which is amazing. I give them kudos for that. And when it comes to music, like, they have so many outdoor venues when it comes to music. And the most popular one is Red Rocks. Red Rocks have concerts from like, I want to say maybe end of March all the way to like November. Like, every single weekend, could be every single day, a bunch of people, artists coming there for music, that do comedy shows. Like, they're like, I give Denver kudos for being creative. Lots of live music, and because I said Denver is outdoorsy, and people like to be outdoors, and they kick butt when it comes to the music scene. Like, lots of outdoor live music, and the art is just fire. So if you're a person who loves like artsy, love music, love like culture, see what Denver is like. Denver has some, as I said, I have to applaud it. Like, their music and art is cool. As I said, I've been to Red Rocks. It's a cool vibe. I saw a concert. Like, I need to get out there more, man. Like, I'm guilty, for being for 5 years and I've been to one Red Rock show. Like, what's wrong with me? Like, I don't know. Like, I need to get out there. But but as I said, like, I'm still, still exploring. As I said, I'm a big foodie, but I'm still exploring with Denver. Like I said, Santa Fe is pretty cool. First Fridays for the art scene as well. But if you're a person who likes arts and love like live music, like, you need to check out Denver, what it has to offer. All right, so I've talked about a bunch of things about my 5 year about Denver, and I'm gonna just tell you like one of my thoughts about Denver. Like, this is my honest one, good, bad, ugly, everything. So as I said, I've been here for Denver for 5 years, and it's been ups and downs. As I said, pre-pandemic, moving, after pandemic, and it's just like, it is just, it's interesting. As I said, if you're a person who's like single, or if you're a person who's like married, have kids, whatever, as I said, it's a big culture shock, because me being from a city like Chicago, like, there was like so many fun things to do. As I said, I've been in food. The food scene is huge in Chicago. Not as big as Denver, but like, I feel like Denver, like, you have to like, kind of like make it your own. Like being in Denver, as I said, you have to be a person who likes like nature. Like, if you're a person don't like nature and don't like outdoors, like, Denver is not gonna be a place for you. But if you're a person who like loves outdoors and likes to get out there, as I said, with like hiking, skiing, kayaking, golfing, many, many more, you will love Denver. And I said, me being out in Denver, like I think the average age is about 32. It's a very, very young population. Me being from a city is like you have different age demographics, but like Denver is like, people who come to Denver are like who like love to ski or snowboard or like love the outdoors area. And you could just tell like the age demographics is super, super young. And me being out here, as I said, I'm grateful that I've met some wonderful friends, I have a good circle. And as I said, I don't know how long, I'll be out here, but I'm here for now. As I said, I love that it's sunny a lot. That sun is bright. That's why you gotta make sure drink water. Like I need to drink more water, but I don't. But as I said, it's just like the weather is just amazing. I'm gonna talk about the weather in Denver is amazing. Like for me being from the Midwest, weather wasn't, like summers in Chicago and the fall were the best, but the winters were brutal. But the winters out here in Denver are just so mild. So if you're a person who is scared about the winter, don't be, because it's so mild and you will enjoy the winters. As I said, like the weather in Denver, like it's amazing. And food, as I said, I'm a big foodie. I hope the food scene gets a little bit better. But the crazy thing about Denver, though, I forgot to let you know more about food, is like they have over 100 food trucks. So, and the cool thing about it is like if you're in the street, whatever, and roaming, and stop by these food trucks, support them, because these food trucks, I'm grateful that my building brought a bunch of food trucks during the pandemic, and I've tried some, and there's some good ones out there. So the food truck scenery is fire. What else? Music sceneries. I said I need to get out to Red Rocks more. It's kind of sad that I only saw one show in 5 years, but I need to get out there. What else? I love hiking. It's a cool thing. Hiking's good when you go by yourself or go with friends. Just see nature and do more. Another thing I want to talk about too that I liked about Denver was I love these mountain towns, these getaways. I've been in a few mountain towns since here, and I like it. If you want to get away from Denver and go to these mountain towns, it's just you can just see the mom and pop shop that people appreciate their town. These mountain towns I love. There are fire. What else? I could talk about Denver. My thoughts. Let's see. I can't think of anything else. I know I'm probably forgetting about something, but as I said, overall, if you're a person moving or relocated in Denver, person who loves outdoors, Denver is a place for you. As I said, it's crazy that I've been here for 5 years. I didn't even think I've been here for 5 years. When I moved here, I'm okay, cool, whatever, Denver, but something is keeping me here for 5 years. As I said, this is my 5-year review about Denver, and I'm telling you all the goods, the bads, the uglies about me being here. But as I said, I'm grateful for the opportunity. Everything happens for a reason. I'm here. I'm still learning. I'm still growing my friend circle, my network, trying to meet people, and it's just so. And I think another reason I'm here is it's in between. It's a 2-hour flight for Cali because I have family and friends in California, and it's 2-hour flight to Chicago. And Denver has a very, very big airport, and they're trying to grow the airport and make it bigger for people to fly. And so this is my 5-year review. As I said, I hope you like my video about my thoughts about Denver. And thank you very much for watching this video. I appreciate y'all.